Hey guys, what's up? Darcy here at 6 Strings 9 Lives, back for a CD vinyl update. Quite a few here to show you today. I got a few, let's say, past blasters, blasts from my past. Some that I had on cassette back in the day that I was able to finally pick up on vinyl. A couple, face smashers, and a couple new releases I'll talk about. So, welcome everybody. Always good to hear from you guys. But let's get right into it. Spinning a little Savatage in the background, one of my favorite US power metal, let's call them, kind of in that, in that category. I have another band I'm going to show you today that would kind of fall into that, genre, whatever you want to call it. It's all metal to me, like I've said before. But so these Savatage reissues they're just fantastic. I will continue to get them all. But what came up here is one of my all-time favorite albums of all time, and that is Savatage Hall of the Mountain King. So, an original of this in good condition or, VG plus, it is probably, in the neighborhood of $100. So, not really interested in that. I'm just too picky. So I thought, you know what? As soon as these Savatage reissues were announced, I was all over it. But so good to have this on vinyl finally. Like I said, one of my favorite albums. It would definitely be, I don't know, could even be top 10, but top 20 of all time for sure. Great underrated band. Good to see that their catalog is getting reissued. There's actually 2 versions of every one of these so far, and I did pick up both on this one, and I will show you that. Here's the back cover. So very true to the original, except for your little credits and stuff. So these are from Ear Music, a German company, just fantastic. Well done. There is the spine on that one. Gatefold. And, these are reissues done right. Where is the hype sticker for that one? So what I was saying, there are 2 versions of every one. There's a black version. And then there's in this case, it's a gold version with a bonus 7-inch single. So I said, you know what? And if I was only going to get one, but not with this album, it's just, like I said, one of those favorite albums. I would have got this one anyways, but I did pick up the black one. I will set that aside and show you what comes in here. Great inner with lyrics, shot of the band. This is where Savatage really found their sound, hooking up with Paul O'Neill, and the height of their popularity, this album and the next 2 after this, which the next 2 after this are Gutter Ballet and Streets of Rock Opera. Those ones are up for pre-order and getting reissued on April 29th if you're interested. So yeah, great inner sleeve. Also, as per all of these reissues, there's plenty of info and reading material. What was going on with the band at that time. Lots of things you just didn't know. Inner turmoil, record company shit, but here is a nice write-up of the time of this album. A really good read. That is my kind of reading for sure. And like I said, this one came with gold vinyl, so I'll show you that one quick. And then we'll move on to the black version. Okay, so there is the gold vinyl, centering on this side, very cool. And centering on this side. And this version came with a 7-inch. Now, one of the earlier ones also came with a 7-inch, and there's Fight for the Rock came with a 10-inch actually. And I think Streets is coming with a 10-inch also. But so here's the 7-inch. 2 tracks, just a kind of a shot of the back cover. And here is the back cover of this. A side is This Is Where You Should Be, kind of an extra track, and then a live version of Hall of the Mountain King. I always think these little 7 inches are kind of cute, but there it is, centering the same on both sides. But good to have that one. And then, like I said, I did pick up the black version, which is exactly the same, but the vinyl is black, so no use pulling that out. But if you're interested, they sound great. The presentation is awesome. I actually picked these two up from High Roller Records, which I have to shout out to High Roller Records, Stefan and a couple other guys that I've talked to through emails, and just a fantastic job. Their packaging is second to none. These Savatage reissues, first of all, and you guys all know this, but some of these records are so heavy. And the other thing is, if you go along the outside of the record, they're sharp. They're super sharp. You easily could cut your finger on some of these. So what happens is, and I'll show you a seam split problem. I got credit for this, or most of it anyways. This was not from High Roller and not packaged properly. So this is a Savatage reissue for Sirens, but here is a hole punched right through the side. Basically the record was doing everything except, breaking the seal on this. So what High Roller did with these is they just kind of took the record, or took this album jacket, slit down the side, removed the vinyl, and placed it in the middle. And that's what companies like Nuclear Blast do, and then you prevent seam splits. I'll tell you, seam splits are so preventable. It's just, it's not rocket science. And anyways, I just want to mention also High Roller's packaging. This is the boxes they come in. They're sturdy, well taped, and they fold out like this. So each side is protected, and in the middle there's like little bump, I'm trying to show you here, like little bump bars on this side, and when you fold it over it's protected on the other side. And in the inside they add, this is like a styrofoam padding, and like I said, with those Savatage reissues, removing the vinyl, and preserving the hype sticker, all that shit is just genius. It is just, it's just common sense, actually. And I think a lot of people, a lot of companies, maybe even if you're going to order from, somewhere that's not Amazon, which Amazon, you could return anything to them and they're going to take it back. But some of these other companies where they're sending stuff overseas and stuff, it's tough to get it back. So just using that common sense, give them an email, ask them maybe to remove the vinyl and place it in the center. But we better get moving on. And I picked up, what did I pick up next? Couple High Roller reissues, and these are for Destruction's first two albums. So these actually I did not order from High Roller, ordered from a different place, but High Roller records get sold from different places. I think I got these from Napalm Records, but definitely on a thrash tear for the German Big Four, adding to my Destruction collection. This is their first album from 1985 called Infernal Overkill. Couple Thrasher pieces here I'm going to show you. This is, right in that heyday of thrash. Very cool cover. And High Roller just kills it on these reissues too. They add so much value. It's crazy. Cover well done. And there is actually, is this the one? This one has two posters. It has just, like I said, so much. Here's the actual inner sleeve, which they don't come in the inner sleeve. They come in an anti-static sleeve, so that's even more value. So here's that. Then there's also an insert right here. This is kind of a High Roller. Oh yeah, it's actually, this one's showing all the stuff that High Roller has reissued of Destruction and a couple other bands, Holy Moses, Iron Angel, just tons of good metal on that site. And like I said, a nice anti-static sleeve, and these are just on black vinyl. So happy, excuse me, to get these into the collection. There's a few more I'm going to be after. Release from Agony, Cracked Brain, I think those will be next on my list. But here is the vinyl, just black vinyl, like I said. And this certain one comes with two posters. One is of the album cover, and then one is this very cool band shot from the time. So, 84, 85 era. That's a smaller poster, and then there's a large poster of the whole album cover, so I won't pull that one out. And so, like I said, I ordered these two from a different company, and what happened with this second one, by the way, there is the hype sticker for that. What happened with this second one, Internal Devastation, here it is right here, and I'll talk about that in a second. The cover came very off-center, and I'll show you this. If you can see this lip, it's actually sticking right out because it was glued very badly. So I emailed the place where I got these ones, and they weren't a big help with fixing this. So I emailed High Roller Records and Stefan, and I said, do you happen to have any, replacement covers? I'm not looking for anything free. I'll gladly pay for it, but do you have any? And he emailed me, right? And it was fast email within a couple hours. He goes, on your next order, I'll just throw one in for you free. I'm like, holy shit, that is awesome. So he did that. So this is the replacement cover, and I have all the contents inside. But so this is Destruction's second album from 1986. Excuse me. Another Thrasher piece, another kind of those early thrash that you must have in your collection if you're a thrash fan. And High Roller doing a killer job on this too. Another full poster. What else did we get with this one? This one just came with the inner sleeve. Very well done. And yeah, I love companies like this. Metal Blade throws in the posters and little extras. And what is this one? This is probably a full poster of the album cover. So, man, that would be a cool framed something to have up. But generally, I don't put up stuff. I like to keep everything intact. The only thing I haven't, those Dio, what do you call them? Lenticular covers. I actually did hang all of those. I actually just hung a couple other ones that I had. So I will show you that in an updated room tour. Maybe I'll do a 2022 room tour soon. But so anyways, Eternal Devastation, Destruction's second album, black vinyl right there. And yeah, just like I said, I can't really speak highly enough of High Roller Records, one of my favorites, up there with the Metal Blades and Nuclear Blast, Napalm Records of the world. What do we got next here too? Let's go with brand new release, a band that this is only the third album that I own. Still trying with this band. The music, I really love it. It's just great metal. The vocals are super clean. I struggle with them a little bit. I almost feel like, and don't get me wrong, this is not a bad band by any means, and a lot of you love this band, but I just feel at times the vocals don't always fit the music. They're not as heavy enough for the music, but I've been spinning this one, and I think the balance is there, and it's growing on me, put it that way. So get on with it, show you what I picked up on CD. It is Hammerfall, Hammer of the Dawn, brand new 2022 release on Napalm Records. Nice packaging, except this frickin' digi sleeve. I just much rather have a tray in there. I know I've said it over and over, but they're cheaping out. For example, that new Scorpions album, I haven't even bought it yet. It's still $26 for a CD on Amazon for a frickin' digi sleeve. So I'll wait it out, and I've heard the album, and I'll just be patient with that one. So this one comes with a nice booklet. I don't know what album of Hammerfall this is, probably their 13th, 14th, I'm not quite sure. Like I said, I only own 3 albums. Lyrics in here. Actually that caught my eye too. This song, Venetrate Me, actually features King Diamond. a little bit of background vocals. You'll be able, if you listen to that song, you'll know where King is singing. But band shots throughout, just a great booklet, no problem with that. But what I did, here's the CD first. What I do now, a friend sent me a few of these. They're little mini sleeves that I put in with the any of these digi sleeves where the CD is sliding in there, and you know, that scratchy sound that you just want to, you know you're scratching your CD. But anyways, still trying with Hammerfall. And not a band I'm going to give up on. But like I said, this new one is growing on me quite a bit. I had mentioned earlier in the video that a couple blasts from the past. And here's one band. I'm a big fan of Dokken, especially Dokken's second and third and fourth album. I do like Breaking the Chains. It's a great album too, but Tooth and Nail and Under Lock and Key, Back for the Attack, that's where it's at for me. But after, there's a bit of a spin-off band, whatever. Lynch Mob had this one on cassette as a brand new release. And when did it come out? I think 1990. But I picked this Rock Candy version up of Lynch Mob Wicked Sensation. Actually, the only Lynch Mob album I ever had. And you all know Rock Candy with the full write-ups in here. Great booklet. Their hype sticker right on the front cover, which I'm a hype sticker on cover guy, if you're wondering. And trying to get this booklet out. Rock Candy, great job, but there's the full cover. If you have never heard this album and you are a Dokken fan, strongly suggest you pick it up. It is a great album. Oni Logan on vocals. Who else is in? Actually, Wild Mick Brown is on drums. And who's on bass? I think, who was it? Robbie Crane, or who was on bass? No, Anthony Esposito. So yeah, Mick Brown from Dokken's on drums, George Lynch on all guitars. And you know George Lynch, he's just got that sound, and always great solos. So I thought, well, I'm at it. Prior to this, I never heard this full album. I did hear bits and pieces, but I picked up Lynch Mob's second album, self-titled. Actually, this cover is horrible. It's not a great cover, but just a kind of a dark band shot, straight to the point, whatever. So Oni Logan left the band, and in comes Robert Mason. All the other members are the same. Mick Brown, of course, George Lynch. But this is really a really good album. I am glad I picked this one up. It's, you know, these guys are, they're both a bit blues-based vocalists, but, and I don't mean the music's super bluesy, but they have that in their vocals. This one might be a little bit more than the other one, but to me, honestly, it's a continuation of where they left off with Wicked Sensation. I haven't heard anything past these two albums from Lynch Mob. Let me know in the comments, are they worth picking up? But for now, it's pretty much all I need for Lynch Mob. In the, you know, would you just call this hard rock? But like I said, it's all metal to me. There's the back cover, but a couple more from Rock Candy. I do like picking up, you know, Rock Candy sure picks out the, you know, those good albums that you should have in your collection from back in the 80s and early 90s. Okay, next up, a lot of people have shown this one. I pre-ordered it, but it took a while to get here, but very excited to have some more UK thrash in the collection. Excuse me. This is Xentrix, Shattered Existence from 1989, their debut. Previously, I don't know, 10 updates ago, I showed their album For Whose Advantage, their second album, which is really good, but this one is actually better in my opinion. It could be, if I would have known this back in the day, I would have been all over this, telling you how much of a thrasher piece it is, but it's getting there, and I'm getting quite a few listens of it in. This is a music on vinyl. You know what kind of job they do. I'll just show you the standard music on vinyl bag that they always send out. So this is limited edition, 1,500 copies. So that pretty much seems to be their standard. What Music on Vinyl do with their reissues, they come out with the limited 1,500, and then a couple months later you'll see a pre-order up for their black versions, and that's kind of how they roll. But here it is, Roadrunner Records logo on there too. And what was this one on? Is this on red? So Music on Vinyl, they do a lot of red and silvers. That's what you will see, red, silvers, and then there's, you know, obviously the black versions too. So we showed you the cover. Yeah, great album. Check out first 2 tracks, No Compromise, Balance of Power, awesome. What was that other song? Reason for Destruction. I think, anyways, you can't really go wrong with any of the tracks on this album, to be honest with you. Here is the inner sleeve. Again, Music on Vinyl, if you're a vinyl collector, they just, I don't know, I've never had a bad experience with anything from Music on Vinyl. Not even a warped record, anything. Always a nice anti-static sleeve. And here is the red, whatever we'll call this, translucent red vinyl. And what's up next? I was just thinking, what's up next for Music on Vinyl that I've pre-ordered? Flotsam and Jetsam, No Place for Disgrace. Again, I think that one's on red vinyl too. I can't wait to get that one, but looking forward to that one. Music on Vinyl. I still need, if anyone's listening from Music on Vinyl, I need you to get on Metal Church The Dark and Accept, Restless and Wild. Those would be awesome if you would get on that for me. Next 2 releases on the wish list. All right, let's go with another Ear Music reissue. And this one is, excuse me, kind of a redone album by Annihilator. This one is called Annihilator Metal 2. So I do have the original here. This is from 2007, just called Metal, and this one's called Metal 2. So Jeff Waters pretty much is Annihilator. Yeah, I'm sure you know Jeff Waters and at least the first few Annihilator albums, but they're, like I said before, there's so much more than just the first few albums. What he did is they have a deal with, I think 12 or 13 of their studio albums will get reissued on Ear Music. This one is the first. And what he thought he would do is kind of do a little spin on this and redo it. So he redo the vocals and the drums. So he brought in Stu Block from Iced Earth or Into Eternity on vocals and Dave Lombardo on drums. So to me, Stu and Dave made this album way better. It's just a very solid album. The only differences between, those are 2 of the differences between this original. The other difference is there was a song on this one called Operation Annihilation. And I forgot to tell you, there's a lot of guests on this album, and I'll try to name off a few, but Operation Annihilation was a song that Michael Amont from Arch Enemy was a guest, and for whatever reason, Jeff lost the files and could not put that on this updated version. So that song is missing, and what took its place is a couple covers. One is Heavy Metal Maniac, which is Exciter if you're a fan of Canadian speed metal. But Dan Beeler is on this and doing some backing vocals on that version of that cover song. And also there is a cover version of Van Halen's Romeo Delight, which they stuck on those 2 covers instead of the lost track of Operation Annihilation. And it fits the album great. The one thing I wanted to say about that Romeo Delight is I know no one can ever replace Eddie Van Halen. I wouldn't even kind of go there, but Jeff Waters, man, he is just, that is the closest thing I've heard to somebody doing such a fantastic job of, imitating whatever you want to say of Eddie Van Halen's guitar work. It just, check that song out. It's a great cover song. Stu Block sounds great, but lots of guests on here. We got a lot I don't know them well, but where some of these guests, Corey from Trivium, Jeff Loomis is on here, Willie Adler from Lamb of God, Angela Gossow, former singer of Arch Enemy. But nice job from Ear Music, same company that's doing those Savatage reissues. So this is just the first of many to come. I'm not sure which one is next. Oh, sorry. Oh, that's just all the lyrics. There's no insert on here, but it is 2 vinyl, and it just comes on black vinyl. And yeah, if you like Annihilator, like I said, there's just, I don't know if they're an acquired taste. There's so many lineup changes. If you haven't followed them from the beginning, it's almost hard to, keep track of what's going on. But there is some really good albums in the bunch. So, and hopefully you pick up some of those reissues as they come out. So one of my, when I said they would throw in that cover for that Destruction album, this is the order that cover came with. And some more US power metal. I had all 3 of these on cassette back in the day. I thought I missed out on these. Actually, they were reissued by Metal Blade in 2017, and I thought, they're all gone, like I can't find them. And then I was rooting around High Roller, and they're all there. So I'm talking about the band Omen. Sorry, the scratchy throat. So I picked up the first 3 Omen albums from these Metal Blade reissues. This one is Battle Cry from 1984. Like I said, one of those US power metal type of bands. Kenny Powell. If that name is familiar, he used to be in the early stages of a band called Savage Grace, and then he moved on to form Omen. J.D. Kimball on vocals. Rest in peace, J.D. Kimball. This is right in the lines of, I would lump these guys right in the Savatage category, Armored Saint area, just metal. And of course, Metal Blade, Killer Job, great insert here. There's no, 2017 they weren't putting digital download codes in here, but if there was I would gladly give them away, but there is not. And all 3 of these are on just standard black vinyl. I'll just show you one of the hype stickers. They're all the same. And good old Metal Blade logo. You guys all know that one. So I won't show you the other vinyl because they're just black. But big poster included of the album cover. And on the back side of it is, I'll show you that too. If I can fold this out nice and careful. So there's the album cover, and then on the back side is actual liner notes from Kenny Powell, and that is the same theme throughout these 3 that I'm going to show you. So that is Omen's first album, like I said, from 1984. Next up, I don't know which is my favorite. Might be The Curse, but this is their second album from 85 called Warning of Danger. Nice matte type of finish. And there's the back cover of the band. No lineup changes on these albums. And so I won't show you that vinyl because it is the same. But here is the insert for that one. Yeah, I was just happy to see these. I like I said, I thought I missed the boat on them. High Roller had all 3, and I was like, oh, I better get these. And just normal price, not a jacked up double price type of thing. So, and this poster is just as cool as anything. I won't fold out the whole thing, but you get the gist of that. That is the album cover on the poster. And then on the back side again is some liner notes from guitarist and founding member Kenny Powell. I think this band is still going to this day, obviously, with a different vocalist. I have not checked out anything past Escape to Nowhere, which is their 4th album, with Coburn Farr on vocals. I'd love to get that one on vinyl. And their EP, what's it called? Nightmares, I believe that's from 87. But this is their 3rd album, and called The Curse from 1986. And like the previous album, Warning of Danger, and this one, both produced by Bill Metoyer, you know, a prominent name in the metal world, produced a couple of my favorite Flotsam albums, especially No Place for Disgrace. Bill was the producer on that album. So Bill Metoyer, his name's right here on the back. Here's the back cover. So this is 1986's The Curse. Just a killer album. I remember picking this up, and check out the song Bounty Hunter. That's one of my favorites on here. And Teeth of the Hydra. The title track, The Curse, Kill on Sight. Yeah, I do believe this would be my favorite Omen album, The Curse. Nice matte finish, very cool cover. Black vinyl, I won't show you that, but let's show you the insert here. What did we get with this one? There's the insert with this one. And sorry, this one's going a little bit over the 30-minute mark, but oh well. And there's the full poster. You'll get the gist of that if I don't fold it over. Or maybe I will. We're here anyways, right? So there would be another great framed poster, but we'll just keep that intact. And that's on black vinyl. So another great job from Metal Blade. And also, while I'm thinking about it, if you are interested, you probably already know, if you're a fan of Armored Saint, they are reissuing the first 3 albums, March of the Saint, Delirious Nomad, and Raising Fear, on way too many variants of vinyl. It's almost, it gets your anxiety up. You just don't even know which to pick anymore. But don't be afraid to check out some of these Savatage reissues. They're awesome. Let me know in the comments if you've picked up some of these albums. You know these bands. Always like to hear from you guys. But hope you enjoyed that. Until next time, stay heavy.